Hey Stampin' friends, welcome to the Joyous Stamping with Rachel. I'm Rachel Coon and it's our Fun Fold Friday. Today I'll be sharing with you 4 sneak peeks from the new Sale-a-bration flyer that is coming out in 1 week. I can't wait to share with you this awesome card and a cool little method or technique to make your cards a little bit more fun. I'm going to hold it, I flip, and I'll get started. All right, let me go and pull this down so you see better. There we go. All right. As always, Fun Fold Friday, I love to see your comments. Either it's in the description below for underneath comments if you're watching on YouTube on the replay, or if you're watching this live on Facebook, or even after live by midnight tonight. When you comment, I will give you the card that we made in today's video. So comment away, share with your friends, and get excited about Sale-a-bration, which begins next week, July 1st. That's next Friday. I thought it'd be fun, even a little bit more fun, to share with you a couple of these Sale-a-bration items. I cannot show you anything actually inside yet until July 1st, but you can look at the cover of this and then I can show you products that I have. As a demonstrator, I get to do pre-order, and so that way I can play with the products, learn how to use them, and be able to teach them to you right as they're available to order. So let me go ahead and show you the 4 items for the Sale-a-bration that we helped make this card today, and the card itself. All right, so let me show you the card so you can get an idea of what we're looking at. Super cute. This is a tearaway card, which reveals our awesome designer series paper right underneath by having this cool looking tear effect. I then have our stamping from one stamp set and our hippo from another. And that hippo is so cute. Let me go ahead and show you those products, and then I'll show you how to make the card. All right, so we have the Hippiest Hippo stamp set, which is part of Sale-a-bration. This is for free when you order $50 during Sale-a-bration, which is a 2-month thing, August and July. And we're using this really cute little flower one right here. He's holding that flower and winking. Love that hippo. And then to go along with that, they've created hippo dies. Let me show you those a little bit more. So this is for free with a $50 order as well. So you get both of these if you ordered $100 worth from my online store starting next week. All right, these dies are amazing. There are literally 19 of them. So not only do they cut out those cute little hippos, but then they have all these really fun, I want to call them embellishments, or like dress up things. We have like the sunglasses, a little party hat, some plants and florals, I want to call it a pot, but it's like a bucket. There we go. Bucket's probably a better term for that one. And like a little boat they could put them in, splashes, snorkel, umbrella, waves. There are just so many fun little embellishments to this dies to go along with a stamp set. I just love it. All right, those are the hippo dies, and we did use that one to cut out our hippo in today's card. Next, there's this amazing phrases stamp set, which you can use to pair with these larger greetings with the smaller ones below. So we have like, oops, I'm the worst, or oops, so sorry, woohoo, to another year around the sun, hey, amazing, you've got this. There's so many different phrases you can make with that, and that's what makes it amazing phrases. So I love this one. That's where we got our hey, good looking for our card today. And then lastly but not least, we have this designer series paper called Ring of Love. And at first I did not love this one, but it's grown on me and I really do love it. I use this one in our card today. That's why it's a small piece because I only have a little bit left. And on the back side, it looks like that. Let me show you each one. So there's this beautiful one right here that looks very fallish with the acorns. We have some beautiful birds on branches. This fun house one. It was really fun. I think this one was the one that made it seem like it was like old paper looking or just old style, you know. But I love the way that one looks. So don't be deceived when you see it just online because it looks totally better in person. This is another fall looking one right here, which I know we're just starting summer, but fall will be here before you know it. And it'll be great to have some free designer series paper to make with your fall projects. This one's more just a floral one, which is also beautiful. Let me go ahead and flip each one over so you can see what's on the back side of each one. So we have those branches or trees right there. This one has some of the wood center circles, which has been really popular lately, especially at weddings. I've seen a lot of things done with this. This is a great medallion look on the back of this one. This is more of a less busy, just more a little bit of leaves with some of that coloring. This was like a blotchy blue and greens, which I love that for background pieces, and stamping on those are a lot easier than on the busy pieces. And then you guys saw the back of the one we're using today, which is more of that plaid or buffalo check look. All right, beautiful paper. That is also for free starting next week, July 1st, with a $50 order. All right, let me go ahead and push this aside, and we'll get ready to make our card. I did fail to mention that this one is for free with a $100 order because it has so many different stamps, 17 of them, that you have to order just a little bit more in order to get this one for free. All right, let's get back to this card. I am in love with this awesome torn paper look. I saw a video on it and I knew instantly I wanted to make this for a swap. So I've made 21 of these cards for a swap, and I will make another one today, and whoever comments will be able to get this fun fold as well. The downside of this fun fold is that it kind of gets thick. So if you're going to send it in the mail, this little tube here might get smushed, or you might want to hand deliver it, or make sure you add a couple extra paper maybe to keep it from being safe when you send that in the mail. Okay, let me get our pieces out for the card and tell you about it. Of course, in the description below in the comments, I'll have a link to my blog so you can see all the measurements and everything on there, just in case you miss it during the video. So I'm using the mint macaroon card base here, a regular size, A2 size. That's the 5.5 by 8.5, scored at the 4 1/4. And then we have our mint macaroon at 4 by 5 1/4. And then I have a matte, a nice navy matte for this one. And that is just a little bit bigger than this one, just by 1/8. So it's 4 1/8 and then 5 3/8 for this measurement here. Again, all these will be over on my blog, but it's just good to know. And then we have our DSP, which is 2.5 by 4 inches. And when you cut this, just be mindful of the direction you want the tear to look. So I wouldn't want to have it this way and having my flowers look like they're falling into the hippo. We want it to look like it's horizontal. So just be mindful when you cut, you look for that. So you'll cut that on the 4-inch side and the 2.5. This piece just depends on how much you want to tear your paper. So let me give you a tip of how do you know how much you want to tear. We're going to take our piece of paper and put it into our paper trimmer. Flip it so you can see, this is how I like to measure. So you can use any way to measure, but this is my favorite. I'm going to put it in here at the 1.5 and just do a little pencil mark, and then I'm going to scoot it down to the 3 and a little pencil mark there as well. And then I'll know where I want to tear and where I need to stamp in order for it to be good to go. All right, let me show you also really quick our cute little hippo. So I went ahead and already got her ready. So she has been stamped in the basic gray ink onto some smoky slate. I then used a retired chalk marker for her little flower, but you can use the basic white ink and a blender pen to create that fun little white look, or color it in however you want. You also could do it on a basic white and color her completely in. This is my cheater's way to stamp on colored cardstock, and that way I'm not coloring as much and just have that little tiny bit colored there. And then of course I have 2 dimensionals on the back ready to go for when we are going to attach. All right, so my Tuesday's tip this week included a really fun thing of how to make your own ombre paper. So we're going to do that a little bit on this card today, and it's very, very subtle. So I'm using that same color of paper, the mint macaroon. I'm going to open that up, grab your blending brush, and we're going to do the bottom right corner and then a little bit on the top left. So we're going to just take our blending brush, tap it into our ink. You can even do more of a rub if you want it to be a little bit deeper in there. And then we're going to do circular motions at the bottom corner, starting from the furthest corner, this is where we want to be the most dark, and working our way up. And I'm going to go at a triangle angle. So it's not up and down, it's going to be more of a sweeping from one corner to the next, just to create an awesome ombre. And you can go as dark as you want or as light as you want. It's very, very subtle. So as I'm doing this now, you can probably hardly see anything, and I'll get it closer just a minute. Just to add a little bit of color, but not even all over. Okay. That's looking pretty good. I'm gonna do a little bit now in this corner here. Same idea. In this one corner, I'm just making a lot smaller than that bottom corner. Again, circular motions, darker in the far corner. Get that just like so. There we go. I feel like it's showing up now. Now you can kind of see both there and here a little bit darker. Let me get it closer so you can see really well the shading there. And it's, like I said, it's super subtle, but it just adds a little bit of extra color, which I loved. I was really debating if I should have embossed this piece or not, but I thought it'd be hard to stamp on it, so we kept it simple and just added a little bit of ink to both of our corners. Okay, now that we have it inked, we can go ahead and do our stamping. And you could stamp after you tear, it's just hard because that piece will then be in the way. So let me grab our ink out again. Sorry, just put that away. And let's get our hey and our good looking. Ink that up. Look at it, make sure it looks pretty good. I feel like I have a piece of hair on this one, so let me ink that one off and grab it off. There we go. It's always good to double check. And stamp it above our marked line. There we go, hey. And then here's our mark right here, so make sure I go below that one. And I'm also going to go a little more center for this piece here. So below that line and over. Hey, good looking. Love it. Okay, now we can put our ink away. So for our tearing, it is very, very simple. My only big tip is that you want to pull up instead of down to create the edge that we want on the up, looking up at us. So find that little mark there, and it's just a reference. So if you want it to be wider, you could just make mindful of how wide your paper is. I'm going to start my tear, and I'm going to start pulling this part up. And I'm just using my thumb as a guide so it doesn't go too far. You want to go at least 3 inches, but no more than 4, because remember our paper is 4 inches long. Go to this other side here, start this tear, and I'm just pulling it up like that. See, when I pull it up, you can see how it creates these cool fiber look underneath it. Get it to the spot that looks like it's matching. My good looking is a good reference of how far in it is. That looks like probably about, it says about 8 centimeters, so about 3 inches. So that looks pretty good. Now we have this crazy piece of paper, and we don't need all of that. So take your paper snips and cut off just about 1 inch right here so it's not as bulky and thick. Then we go ahead and turn it, and we're going to start to roll in our cardstock. I'm just do a little bend, and then I'll use that to start to roll it in. Some people like to use objects in there to help keep it. I feel like just doing it without anything works great for me. And some people really like to use adhesive when they do it so that it glues down and stays tight, and others like it a little bit more loose. For the cards I made, I kept it all loose and didn't do any gluing. For another one though, I did put a glue dot here, and then I just rolled it right into the glue dot. You could even use tear tape, or if you want to hold it there for a little bit, we'll glue this one down. We'll do some liquid glue right here. Ooh, hopefully that wasn't too much of a squeeze. We'll find out. Get it tight again and roll it right into there. There we go. I see I'm oozing out, so I'm going to take my finger and just wipe that off. There we go. And it will dry clear. In the meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and stick this on here to help hold it there for a hot minute while we put that away. Actually, I do need my liquid glue. For the inside of this card, I did go ahead and put a different shade of color. So I wanted to bring out the colors of the flowers on our Decider series paper. So inside this one, I have an added petal pink. This one I will not have today because I have ran out of that color, which is just crazy, but it happens sometime. All right, hopefully that's mostly dry. If not, I'll roll it again later. We're going to flip this side over, and we're going to do a U of glue around our torn piece here. So you could just go around that edge, grab your Designer Series paper, make sure you're looking at it, so maybe turn it back over so you can see, so that your flowers aren't upside down. And slide it in so that straight edge is flush with the straight edge of our cardstock here, and press. Go and flip it over again, and add your liquid glue one more time to the back here. And grab your Night of Navy mat and attach that there. Make sure you have a border on all 4 sides and press down. I said one more time. We're going to do it one more time with a little bit more liquid glue. You could add dimensionals at this point if you wanted to, because our piece is going to be pretty thick enough with between that rolled torn piece and our hippo. I opt just to do the liquid glue. Grab your card base, attach it to there. And lastly, let's go ahead and grab our cute little hippo, take off the dimensionals, and stick it right here close to that torn piece. Grab your bone folder, which I had behind me. Sorry, I had to grab it, have it on the table with me. Start the fold and press down and get it nice and crisp there. And there we go. We have a cute card. It says, "Hey, good looking," with our cute little hippo, made for one of our favorite friends who just needs to hear that today. Hey, good looking. And then the fun thing about this one, I left it blank in the inside so you can say anything. Hey, good looking, happy birthday. Hey, good looking, I've been thinking of you. Whatever you want your message to be and playful, you can add that to the inside as well. All right, you guys, I hope you've had a fun time learning this awesome fun fold and method. And as you can tell, that it varies from every single one because tearing paper isn't specific. It is very random and is different from one card to the next. All right, you guys, have a wonderful weekend. Happy stamping, everyone. Goodbye.